knowing what they're planning on doing. I mean, got some new guys in there, and we kind of planned. We knew everything that they were going to do, and we just have to execute better in the second half, and I thought we did.
Do you think they target a guy like Dior that much?
I mean, they were just trying to get the ball to 14 towards the middle of the game. Me and Troy were trying to make sure one of us were on him at all times. And, I mean, they were getting him the ball, but really once they became one-dimensional and only passing to one guy, I felt like we were able to just swarm to the ball. We did a good job with that, making tackles after.
Can you describe your interception?
Describe?
Yeah. Neil said compared it to a Michael Jordan.
Well, we were kind of playing you just say just a switch cover. I guess you could say cover two. I mean, they ran a switch route. I was outside. Reggie Daniels broke on the ball, and just for some reason I knew he was going to tip it, so I started to run to the ball, and I just saw it just go over his head. So I just felt like, oh, maybe I have a chance, and I really was close. So I started speeding up and just dove for the ball, and was able to make the play.
You feel like maybe you opened their eyes a little bit or surprised them with how physical you guys could be?
I think so. I mean, I don't really see why. I mean, if you watch the film, you know. I'm pretty sure their coaches knew how, especially our secondary is, how physical we are in the secondary. And, I mean, I feel like their coaches knew they weren't really trying to attack us in certain ways. They were more trying to get outs and curls and stuff to find open space. And they did a good job of that in the first half. But, I mean, I feel like in the second half we were able to just take it play by play and just do our job, and we did a great job of that.
How much emphasis was there on slowing down their running game? I mean, they got some yards through the air, but their running game.
I think that was a big emphasis. I mean, once they became more one-dimensional, I mean, I feel like our secondary can cover anybody we play against, and it pretty much showed. But when they're able to have a good run game and then pass, it opens up a lot of passing lanes.
What's your review of a guy like Cisse, who came in and, as Neil said, didn't blink?
I mean, he's a good player. I mean, I got a lot of confidence in him, and I told him yesterday, just be ready because you never know what happens. Like, when I was a freshman, I remember I just got put in the game in a big game, and you got to be ready to play. And I think he knew that he was going to get opportunity to play today, and he was able to perform.
How healthy did you feel today?
I felt pretty healthy. I mean, definitely was trying to work on my conditioning and stuff, but my ankle feels good. I'm a little sore, but nothing serious, so I'm happy with that.
Did it throw anything different at you guys that you weren't necessarily expecting from the get-go?
No, not at all. I mean, we were prepared for everything, and it's just coming down to doing your job and reading your keys. And in the first half, we weren't doing that. In the second half, we were.
Does this win give you any extra satisfaction? I know it's win the day, win the next on to the next one, but do you get anything else out of this one beating a top 10 team?
I mean, just confidence. Really, you know that whether you're winning or losing, I mean, they had a lot of momentum going into halftime, and we just had to come together as a team. And really, rather than yelling, trying to hype guys up, we just brought the defense together and talked about what we need to do every play and how we need to communicate and how we need to worry about our technique, alignment, assignment technique, and that was really all we had to do.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Is there one play where you felt the tide of this game kind of turn?
For us,
Yeah.
I would have to say once we got pretty good field position, then our offense was able to bring the lead down to, what was it? I can't remember, the 2. And I felt like after that we really didn't blink. We had the momentum, and we were able to just keep putting it on them and really putting the pressure on them.
Once the offense got their tempo going, it seemed like you guys on defense also kind of fed off that as well. Is that a
Definitely. I mean, it puts their offense on their heels. I mean, they know our offense is starting to score points, so they have to put up points. And when you know you got to put up points, clock management kind of goes away, and you're thinking about how am I going to get first downs and how am I going to get down the field. And I thought as a defense we were able to just cause a lot of chaos in the second half for the quarterback, and he had to run and scramble, and that's not what he wanted to do.
Helfrich said he should pay to have to watch Marcus play. How happy are you that you don't have to face Marcus on Saturdays?
I'm happy. I mean, I'm happy that he's one of my teammates and I'm able to go against a quarterback like that. I mean, whether you have everybody covered, he's going to be able to run, and that only helps us knowing that playing against a guy like that, if you're man coverage, you have to stay on your man because Marcus is able to make that throw. And, I mean, you saw it a lot today. He's able to improvise, and having him on our team really just helps everybody.
Before you made some flashy spin moves on the punt returns, how did you feel about that part of your game?
I mean, I did it all right. I mean, definitely felt like I could have made some better plays and better decisions. But, I mean, it was a good start, definitely.
I thought you might have wished later that you called for a fair catch, like moments after you didn't call for one, or maybe the reverse was true.
No, I'm not really too worried about calling fair catches. Definitely if they're in my face, I'll call a fair catch, but I'm more worried about catching the ball first. Kind of know when you have a chance, especially when it's a linebacker running at you. You can just sidestep them, and they can't really break down and make tackles like that. So it's pretty easy to make guys miss in the open space.
Looking ahead at next week, some teams might come off a big win like this and go into the following week and come out flat. What are some of those ways, obviously not the go over tape, but what are some of those ways that you guys use to not come out flat, to come out prepared?
Just keeping your teammates accountable. I mean, we had a lot better practice this week than we did last week, and you just have to feed off of that. However you practice, how you're going to play. You don't rise to the occasion when you get on game day if you're just slacking off all day at practice all week. So, I mean, how you practice, how you play, and that's really how it's going to translate next week.